Hey guys, destroying Amh Araeng was a masterpiece and really did an excellent job with almost every part of the Shadowbringers story so far. What makes the story so amazing is, really, in order of appearance, was Magnus able to finally confront some of his grief after we're able to restore Talos back to life, bringing purpose to his life again. We get to see Ryne again, who immediately destroys the Trolley with his stinky feet and spouts some nonsense towards Minfilia and Thancred. Thancred almost dies, giving his life for Minfilia so she can fulfill the first thing she's really ever wanted to do, becoming the Oracle. Minfilia becomes Ryne, and we finally put our Minfilia to rest, with a spout of joking between coming up with her name, the dispute between Alice and Alphea's siblings, and finally a small joke between Thancred and Ryne. Really just a wonderfully beautiful moment between the Scions and their newest member, Ryne. I think she looks good, personally.
Minfilia? You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
She will need a name.
Are we changing her name?
A name?
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
I agree. I agree with you, Trolley. Let's give her a name. I like how they're all...
The lady herself has no preference. I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
It's true.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
They were all looking at Thancred, Alphino. Thanks for being the guy that like just points it out, obviously.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
What about Ryne?
Ryne? That's kind of pretty.
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, doth this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Ryne. Yes, I rather like the sound of it. Thank you.
This is so cute.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Ryne.
I won't let you down.
With Ryne's new powers, we finally locate the Light Warden Amh Araeng, but at a cost of what appears to be my own soul shattering through the consumption of light. Of course, we check in with our boyfriend Arbert at the return to the Crystarium, and we learn that Arbert might be the key to this consumption of light, where this statement Minfilia gives us before she's gone, "Not even the most valiant of heroes can stand alone," becomes relevant to both of us. And finally, As if all of that wasn't enough, we get a really weird cutscene from the perspective of an unknown individual from the past currently going on. There's a bunch of explosions going on. There's an unknown individual standing in front of us. And we appear to be looking at the Heavensward book. I have no idea, but that is going to go in the vault and we're going to save that for later. Oh man, I gotta take a deep breath here and just say how amazing this whole turn of events was written out. From arriving in Amh Araeng with the back and forth between Minfilia, Thancred, and Ryne, really setting the scene between the relationship, to Thancred almost giving his life in support and affection for whichever Minfilia or Ryne that comes back from Nabaath Areng. The absolutely soul-crushing grief that Magnus feels for the loss of his wife and child in a world that is being absolutely destroyed and oppressed by the Sin Eaters. Him eventually feeling his wife again at the revival of the Talos and him finding his purpose again. To the sheer amount of panic between the group and myself with how the light is finally coming to a head inside me and attempting to blow me up or shatter my soul. With a simple touch from our friend, the warrior of darkness before me, Albert, seems to calm this shattering. Now, I struggle a lot with every moment of the MSQ to put my feelings and thoughts into words, to attempt to explain the absolutely outstanding writing, storytelling, and emotional roller coaster that is Final Fantasy XIV. But Shadowbringers has really brought some wonderful moments. These moments are supported by the journey we've taken through A Realm Reborn, Heavensward, and Stormblood to reach here. Feeling moments of sadness when Magnus is in crippling grief and cannot or will not assist us with the Talos because he's paralyzed with this grief. Feeling astoundingly proud of Ryne for finding herself among a world that would have her be someone else. And of course, our character eventually walking out of Amh Araeng a hero. I think what I love the most about the moments in Amh Araeng is, for a moment, we're not the center of the story. Magnus gets a bit of a spotlight, where all I can think about is his ability to potentially move forward. Minfilia, or Ryne, gets her spotlight throughout most of the area, where we're trying to get her to Nabaath Areng so she can make a decision. Thancred eventually stepping up and stepping in, shielding her from Ranjit and admitting he hid things from her, but he never lied and he should do better. The smile that Thancred and Ryne share when she finally comes back from Nabaath Areng. Really, all I did in this area was defeat a light warden and try not to blow up or blow my friends up. Stick it to Vathri in the best way possible, of course. I cannot wait to see what we have in store next. Kilzor's currently resting in the Crystarium after meeting with the Exarch, being touched literally by Albert, and what I hope will be a trip to Calusia next. Thanks so much for listening to my thoughts, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one.